Hi, I've done a recent video on this, the Roxon Mini Flex Companion, and that video has received a lot of feedback and some pushback from kind of die-hard Victorinox fans, and I am a die-hard Victorinox fan. I've been ever since I've been a kid, and I wanted to post an update video just answering some of the queries and providing a bit more information, maybe in an easy to digest format. That video was over 18 minutes long, and a lot of the comments were blatantly from people who didn't watch the video all the way through, and I don't blame people for that. It was a really long deep dive video, so this is just going to be a bit of a shorter format addressing some of the questions and issues that people have raised regarding this ace little tool. So let's just have a little look. So I'll just do a quick recap of what this actually is and how it works. So the Roxon Mini Flex Companion is a newly or newishly released updated version of the slightly larger Roxon Flex Companion, and this is a modular multi-tool pocket knife, which means that you can swap and change the tools that go in this. So you decide. There's a whole range of tools that you can buy from the Roxon website or AliExpress. You can only buy from the Roxon website if you live in Canada or the USA, which is a bit weird. For the rest of the world we have to buy from AliExpress, but there's a whole range of tools. You decide what you want, and if you decide you don't want one tool in there, you just swap it out for another one. Dead simple, really well designed, really well implemented, and that makes this just, I think, incredibly versatile and useful. It's really well thought out, the system. It works extremely well. You've got a little lock switch there. If it's on red, the tools will not open, so it can't come open in your pocket and cut your fingers or your crown jewels off. Slide the switch, that means it's open, and you can eject the tools by pushing that little lever forward, which fetches all the tools out. If you just want the knife blade, it has a thumb stud there, and you can just take the knife blade out, for example. And changing tools is really quick and easy. You push right over till that back piece pops out, lift the tool out, swap it for the tool you want, fold that back in, push that back across, there, done. Takes a matter of a couple of seconds. As I say, I love Victorinox. I love their Swiss Army knives. I've got dozens of them, and I've always loved them since I was a little kid. But this is really exciting to me. But there have been plenty of questions, queries, a bit of pushback from people on the other video I made about this, and I wanted to address some of those things. Let's address the elephant in the room. For me, as a UK citizen, this has a lock-in main blade, which means it is illegal for me to carry out in public. So I can't currently use this with the blade in situ as an EDC. Same for many other countries around the world, and yeah, that's a massive problem for me. This is essentially a pocket knife with a few other extra tools, but currently I can't use this as a pocket knife for EDC. I did email Roxon on the very night I first got this, late at night, and when I got up the next day they'd already replied via email, which in itself I think is pretty amazing, and they are apparently working on a slip joint type knife blade for these tools. So if they can design that well and implement it well, that would be fantastic, and it would make this genuinely, I think, the perfect EDC item for the UK, Europe, and plenty of other places, Australia, where you're not allowed a lock-in blade pocket knife. So fingers crossed, and hurry up Roxon, please roll that out quickly. At the moment, this is still quite a new tool to me. I've only had it a few days, but what I've been doing is when I'm at home, I've been bunging this knife blade on, and when I've gone out to work, I've just popped the knife blade out and bunged another tool in there. And as a bladeless EDC, it's still absolutely fantastic. Great, no problem with it at all, but I do want a knife. So yeah, I just am waiting and hoping that they implement the slip joint style blade, so I can have this on me for general EDC with a knife blade. Until then, yep, you're going to be using this as a bladeless EDC when you're out and about. So watch this space on that one. One of the other kind of main vibes from the comments I've been getting is from die-hard Victorinox fans, like myself. I would include myself in that category. And people have been saying, well, I'll stick to my Swiss Army knife, thank you. It's tried and tested, and the materials, the fit and finish and everything on Swiss Army knives is second to none. Completely agree with that. For the price you pay, design, fit and finish, Victorinox is absolutely unbeatable, and the fit and finish of this is very good. It's not up to the 125 or plus years of experience Victorinox have in making pocket knives. Totally agree with that. And there's a load of unanswered questions for me about the quality of materials used and the long-term durability of this. I can't comment on that. Time will tell. I'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure how corrosion resistant, how durable these are going to be, how long lasting. The mechanism itself, I don't know. There's more moving bits in here. Springs, sliders, bits that move. How are they going to weather? I don't know. I have to wait and see. And yeah, also tied into that, people are saying, well, you can pay less or equivalent and you get a fantastic Swiss Army knife with more tools. You can buy a Victorinox Sportsman for less than 20 quid. An absolutely wonderful knife, not with these scales. But yeah, for less than 20 quid. Absolutely adore the Sportsman. Many of the other models. Fantastic. This one cost me 37 quid including shipping, which I do not think is unreasonable at all. Comes as standard with a great selection of tools. So yeah, I don't know about durability, quality of materials. So far this seems extremely well made, it's well put together. Oh, nothing to complain about for 37 quid. But all the points about the cost, the quality of fit and finish, the tried and trusted nature of Swiss Army knives, yeah, they're all perfectly valid points. But it seems like a great product, honestly. On so many of my videos, literally almost all of my videos I've done on Swiss Army knives, I get comments, lots of comments from people saying, if only my Swiss Army knife had this tool or that tool, well, then it would be perfect. And that is like an eternal debate, isn't it, with Swiss Army knives? They don't seem to ever be just quite perfect and have the tools that you require. This, it solves that. It's the answer to that dilemma and that question, because you choose the tools. You select what you want. So you don't have to have the parcel hook that loads of people say is useless. Well, you don't need to have it with that. They do a hook for this if you really want that. But you're not stuck with it. You're not stuck with either the corkscrew or the backside Phillips driver. So you don't have to have that. You've only got 4 tool slots in here, but you choose the tools you want. Plus, you always get this driver and you can have whatever bits you want in there. So you don't have to have the useless tools. You don't have to buy dozens of Swiss Army knives. You can just buy this, if that's the route you want to go down. You choose the tools you need. Totally customizable without having to pay a custom knife maker to make you a Swiss Army knife with the tools you want in. Well, buy one of these for 30 odd quid. These tools and implements, they're really reasonably priced, just a few quid. Pick off the menu, a few quid each. They're really easy to swap and change. As I say, the design and implementation of this is wonderful. It's a great piece of engineering. You get these really grippy G10 scales on this tool. That's so nice. It feels great in the hand. It's not slippery and slimy and slidey like a freshly oiled Victorinox can be with these Celidor scales. Great, proper grippy G10 scales. Excellent. You get a really nice, sturdy pocket clip. It's so convenient having a pocket clip. And I miss that on every single one of my Swiss Army knives. I'm not carrying a Swiss Army knife just loose in my pocket because it'll just fall out, I'll lose it. Pocket clip is really convenient. Clip it onto your trouser pocket, whip it out one-handed, open your tools one-handed, use it, put it away one-handed, clip it back on. It's great. You're not going to lose it. Doesn't get in the way of anything. You don't have to have any extra attachments like a pocket dangler or a lanyard. Your clip's built in. It's a good strong clip. As I say, it's all one-handed opening. Can't do that on your Swiss Army knife. Not easily anyway. There's a left-hander for me. That's no problem. Select the tool I want. Great. When I'm done with it, close it one-handed. Great, and all the tools are locking, much safer in use. Yes, we've already talked about the locking blade being an issue in lots of countries, but all the rest of the tools are locking as well, makes it much safer. And yeah, this dedicated driver on the back there, for me, I need to have a Phillips driver on my pocket tool. That's by far the most common screw I come across. But you can swap these out for whatever you want, hex, Torx, slotted, etc., whatever you need. On your Swiss Army knife, this is fine, good as a slotted screwdriver. This is fine and good as a little Phillips driver. This is a better Phillips driver. So yeah, all those things I've just mentioned, they're good. They're different, and I think an improvement on the standard Swiss Army knives you can buy, notwithstanding those question marks about materials and durability. And yeah, the elephant in the room, that for me, the locking blade. At the start of my previous video, I said, could this be a Victorinox killer? And potentially, yes, it could. For me, possibly, dependent on all the other things mentioned, durability, quality, stuff like that, and pending the release of a slip joint blade. But yeah, I just wanted to post this little update. Don't know if this will have opened anyone's mind up anymore to this or not. I really like it. It's a great product. So far, so good anyway. So I've just done this one as a little bonus because I'm quite excited about this tool and I wanted to post another vid about it as soon as I could. So thanks for watching. And I hope that's been of use, or at least interesting to someone out there. Thank you, as always, for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take it easy and I hope you've got a good weekend coming up. Bye for now.